Hello everyone, Xeno What If here. Bring in part 8 of What If Izuku Yagi was 9 the Fox. Link down in description of the fanfiction this what if. Listen here YouTube. I do not own anything and this is not a scam. Rejuvenator. Why should I apologize for the monster I became? They never apologize for making me this way. I was pushed to the breaking point. I was betrayed and hurt and they never even acknowledge the pain they caused me. I was the one who had to suffer. I was the one who had to pick up the pieces and try to build myself back up again. Nothing is worse than those who treat you poorly, but expect royal treatment in return. They'll talk over you, dismiss your feelings and completely ignore your boundaries. Yet the moment you disagree with them or set a limit, they act offended and hurt. These people operate on a dangerous double standard. In their world, respect is a one-way street flowing only toward them. They believe they deserve all the understanding while giving none in return. They aren't interested in mutual respect. They want control masked as respect. What makes these people particularly toxic is their lack of self-awareness. They genuinely believe they're entitled to your respect, regardless of their behavior. Being respectful doesn't mean accepting disrespect. You don't owe respect to people who consistently disrespect you. Sometimes you have to see these dynamics for what they are and choose whether these people deserve a place in your life. No one pav. Everyone kept laughing at Tenya Iida 5 seconds defeated. His fight was turned into a meme faster than people upgraded their phones. Denki. What just happened? Mina. I think Deku won. Pretty easily if you ask me. Meanwhile Katsuki was gritting his teeth so hard, you could hear their clenching. Because Deku won again and everyone cheered for him. They shouldn't cheer for that quirkless freak because he win by cheating. Soon, he'll show him his place. With Nezu. He was with Power Loader and Toshinori in his office. Toshinori. Nezu, I believe it's best to disqualify young Midoriya from the sport festival. PL, for what reason? Toshinori. He just ruined young Iida with his actions. His hero future is ruined because of him. PL, so, based on your logic, 9 won and he'll be disqualified. Toshinori. Based on how much of a threat he's, it's the best option. PL, for who? You or him? Toshinori. What's that supposed to mean? PL, after the incident with Bakugo gauntlets, you've been gunning 9 ever since. Toshinori. That's because he's nothing more than a sabotaging scum. PL, if you call 9 that, then what's Bakugo? Toshinori. What are you talking about? PL, Bakugo just injured one of my 3rd years. Because he didn't let him use the gauntlets because they were defect. And what did Bakugo did? He used his quirk on Toyotaro, injured him. And at the court case, you paid a lawyer for Bakugo. You'll also like. Toshinori. Bakugo is a hero in training. We can't have him something bad on his record. PL, so, it's okay for him to injure someone and get away. Toshinori. I didn't say that. PL, to me that's what I hear. And for your information, the guy with a scorpion quirk who you put in prison 2 years for stealing food is one of my best friends. Toshinori. What? PL, that's right. I always wanted to help him. I tried to send him money so I can help him, but he always refused me because he didn't want me to be involved in his problems. And when I find out about you putting him in jail, I tried to prove his innocence, but I failed. 9 proved his innocence, give him a job and restored his life. In my eyes, 9 is neither a villain or a sabotaging scum like you said. He's a hero. Toshinori. I will stand those false accusations no more. Look at Nezu. I'm going to tell Midnight to disqualify young Midoriya. He got up from his seat and got ready to leave, but then. Nezu. You wouldn't do such a thing, Toshinori. Toshinori turned to Nezu. Toshinori. Nezu, be reasonable. Nezu. Oh, I'm reasonable. But logic and reason doesn't work on you, doesn't? 9 Midoriya is a student at UA from the support course. He respected all of the rules, he's a working student and the one with the highest grades from the first years. Toshinori. But we need to disqualify him. He's a danger to everyone. Nezu. Okay then. Toshinori. Thank you for your understanding. Nezu. But I need to restart the festival and do it again. Toshinori. Of course. Nezu. And this time, Midoriya, the Bakugo twins, the Todoroki twins, Shiro, Tokiyami, Iida and Aoyama would be disqualified. Toshinori. What? Why? Nezu. Katsumi Bakugo attacked 9 Midoriya in the first event, but his shoe took the damage. If she would have put more power, 9 Midoriya leg wouldn't survive and we might needed to amputate it. And I think you knew what would happen between America and Japan for not making our students to hold back. Toshinori. Nezu. Katsuki Bakugo wasn't much better. Far, he's worse. He didn't hold back on the robots and injured some students who got hit in the crossfire. Toshinori. Nezu. The Todoroki twins froze almost everyone from the first years. If it wasn't for Midoriya heatwave from his gloves, then the students trapped would have now frostbite. Toshinori. Nezu. And there's Shiro, Aoyama and Tokiyami. They ambushed Midoriya and tried to attack him. For this actions, I should also disqualify them too. Toshinori. Nezu. And there's Iida. Before he got defeated by Midoriya, we all saw how Iida was planning to kick Midoriya in the head with his quirk on. A normal kick could already do damage to the head. A kick combined with a speed quirk could have killed Midoriya if he didn't do his way to win. Toshinori. Nezu. So, by now, if I restart the festival, 1A will be -8 students and 1H would be -1. So, Toshinori. Should I disqualify Midoriya for winning by making everyone laugh at Iida where 8 students from 1A remain in the festival despite doing things much worse? Toshinori. Nezu. But what concern more is that you seem to hide things from me. You say that Midoriya is a delinquent, but he didn't do anything related to that. You say that Midoriya is a pervert and lazy student back in Aldera. But he's the top of the first years and many from 1A failed many subjects. About Midoriya being a pervert and yet, no charges about him being a pervert, but there's reports and restraining orders against 2 students from 1A. It seems to me that the roles were reversed to make it look that way. If the teachers of Aldera wouldn't be death because of the party they throw, I would interrogate with Detective Tsukauchi. And interrogate you as well, Toshinori. Toshinori. Me. But why? Nezu. You've been gunning Midoriya ever since he came from America and took the entrance exam. I understand that he blackmailed me using OFA. But what concerned me is why did he shoot you when you go with Mirai at his company? Toshinori got silenced. He couldn't tell Nezu that he goes to 9 to force him to give him his company or that Mirai pointed a gun at 9. Or the other things like, why did he beat Bakugo back in Aldera? What does 1A have against 9? Or why the roles are reversed based from Aldera? With 9. Right now 9 was flustered and embarrassed because a girl with blonde hair tied in 2 pigtails, blue clothes and blue eyes was cuddling with his fox ears while Setsuna was angry pouting at the girl. 9. Embarrassed and flustered. Bubbles. Can you please stop touching my ears? Bubbles. But I can't control myself. 9. Your ears are so fluffy and cuddling. Then an arm snatched Bubbles from 9. The arm belonged to another girl with short black hair, green eyes and wearing green clothes. Next to her was a girl with pink eyes, orangish hair, a big red bow and wearing pink clothes. Blossom. Bubbles, how many times do we need to tell you to stop playing with 9 ears? You know how sensitive they're. Bubbles. But I can't stop myself. I mean, look at his ears. Jenny. Let's go and grab some food for you, Bubbles. Bubbles. Okay. Bubbles goes ahead. 9. Thanks Jenny. Jenny. Asterisk ruffle his hair no problem. 9. Setsuna. Hey, who are you and why 9 allowed that girl to touch his ears but not me? Jenny. Oh, sorry about Bubbles. I'm Jenny. Nice to meet you. Blossom. She just love animals. I'm Blossom. Pleasure to meet you. Buttercup. The name's Buttercup. Pony. They're the Powerpuff Girls. I saw you when I was in America. Nerengeki. I saw them on TV. They're superheroes in America. But 9. Why do you talk like you know them? Jenny. That's because we're friends. Dexter. I'm Dexter. And 9 was our classmate when he was in America. In Megaville School. Flashback 10 months ago. Megaville School. Teacher. Alright class. Today we have a new transferred student. He's from Japan. I want you to be nice to him. Then the door opened, revealing 9. Teacher. Meet 9 Midoriya. 9. Wave his hand. It's nice to meet you all. I hope we can be friends. Girls thought. I feel a sudden urge to stroke his ears and cuddle with them. Otto raised his hand. Otto, I have a question. 9. By the way, I'm Otto. 9. Yes, Otto. Otto, why do you have a name after a number? 9. Because of this. 9 revealed his twin fox tails and then spread his mechanical tails. Note: in case you didn't watch Sonic Prime, 9 twin tails are surrounded by his mechanical tails. Dexter was impressed by the mechanical tails 9 has. 9. This is my way to fight back. I created my tails using my brilliant fox mind. Dexter thought, oh, a fellow scientist. How nice. Lunch break. 9 took his plate of food and goes to sit alone, but a purple glove grabbed his shoulder. 9 turned and he saw Dexter. Dexter. Hi, my name's Dexter. Would you like to sit with me? You know. Genius to genius. 9. Sure. The bustling cafeteria is filled with the chatter of students and the clatter of trays. Sunlight streams through the large windows, illuminating a corner table where 9 and Dexter, having their lunch trays. Next to 9 half-eaten sandwiches resting beside them a bite of his apple. 9. You know, I've been thinking a lot about quantum entanglement lately. It's wild how particles can be connected over vast distances without any physical interaction. Dexter, nodding enthusiastically, right. It's like they're communicating faster than the speed of light. I read that it challenges some fundamental ideas in physics. Imagine if we could harness that for instant communication. 9. Exactly. Like a quantum internet. Just think about the implications: secure data transmission, super fast calculations, we could solve climate models and disease outbreaks in real time. Dexter, and then we could finally figure out how to engineer those carbon-eating bacteria we talked about last week. If we could amplify, might actually reverse some of the damage done food, but their minds are racing with possibilities. 9 finishes his sandwich and pulls out a small notebook, scribbling down equations and diagrams. 9. Looking up, what do you think about the idea of using nanotechnology in medicine? Targeted drug delivery could revolutionize cancer treatment. Dexter, raising an eyebrow, oh, definitely. Imagine tiny robots navigating through our bloodstream, delivering medication directly to tumor cells. It could minimize side effects and increase effectiveness. We should start a project on that. 9. Asterisk excited, yes. We could even prototype a model using basic materials. Maybe wipes his hands on a napkin, clearly intrigued by the idea. Dexter, thoughtfully, we'd have to consider the ethical implications too. You know, like consent and safety protocols. It's crucial that we don't rush it. 9 nods gravely, appreciating Dexter's perspective. Their conversation drifts to ethical considerations and the responsibilities of scientific advancements. 9. Seriously, that's true. Scientific progress is great, but we need to be careful. Dexter, smiling, we could present our findings in social an atmosphere of enthusiasm and intelligence. 9. With a grin, let's make this lunch break our brainstorming session every day. Imagine what we could come up with. As the bell rings, signaling the end of lunch, both boys reluctantly pack their trays but leave the table filled with bright ideas and aspirations, a testament to their genius friendship and shared passion for science. They walk out of the cafeteria, animatedly discussing theoretical physics and the wonders of the universe, ready to take on the world, one idea at a time. Flashback end. Setsuna was now above 9 and cuddle with his ears. Setsuna. So fluffy. The next matches stared. Itsuka vs Ejiro. Itsuka won by using Ejiro's strength against him by using judo and throw him outside the arena. Shoto vs Izumi, Rix 999. Katsuki vs Shoka. Katsuki won by being feral and acting like he has rabies. Now Katsuki was going through the tunnel, proud that he won, but then he heard some who came to watch. Civilian. Do you think that Todoroki girl will be okay? Civilian 2. I don't know. But is Ua sure that having that boy, Bakugo, was a good idea? I mean, do you see how he acted like a feral animal and kept shouting, die? Are we sure we want him as a hero? Civilian 3. Good point. That guy seriously has anger issues. Katsuki got angry at those remarks. What those extras know? They never achieved or get in hero school to talk. Which mean, they should shut up. He was about to leave, but then he heard about something that piqued his attention. Civilian 1. By the way, did you read that article about that middle school, Aldera? Katsuki thought what? Civilian 2, yeah, can't believe such school exist. It's a shame that the teachers died when they throw that party. That was a easy way to do out. Civilian 3, and let's not forget that most of the former students who were involved in bullying, torment and the list goes on were killed by the chemist. Civilian 1, yeah, I heard about the chemist. He also killed some heroes, wait, wrong line, fake heroes. Whirlwind, Sentinel and Metal Fist is a good example. The chemist always exposed them after he killed them. Civilian 2, despite the chemist and Stain being killers, you can't really blame them. I know that this doesn't sound very good from me, but sometimes I wish for those scums to die. Civilian 3, true. I kinda wish that too. Katsuki heart skip a beat and drop to his stomach. Deku's stupid article started to grow and rise suspicious. Worse, the extras from Aldera started to be hunted down by the chemist. Meanwhile, 9 check on his invention. They were ready for the next. Against Shoto. His hands were shaking, but not for fear, for excitement. Another one of his bullies will have a taste of their own medicine. He got ready to put them on, when the door opened, revealing Shoto came into his locker room. 9. Mocking tone. Oh, look. Endeavor overgrown sperm is honoring me with his presence. What do I own the displeasure? Shoto didn't like the tone Deku used on him, but he remained calm. Shoto. I came here to tell you that you'll lose, Deku. 9. Wow, such confidence. Where do I saw that before? Oh, that's right. Inko when she tried to make me sign up a contract without reading, thinking I'm dumb like her. To Katsumi who tried to force me to drop out of the festival and got a saw on her arm. Toshinori who got a bullet in his foot after he tried to force me to give him my company. Shitai when he tried to force me to give my company to Toshinori and got a kick in the nuts. Katsumi again, thinking she'll win the fight, but ended up on the hospital bed. To Mr. 5 seconds of fighting time and now he's a meme and he think he's fast when the Flash can easily outrun him and running backwards. And there's you, Endeavor 2.0. Shoto growl in anger at that remark. 9. Are you going to claim yourself the winner by spitting nonsense? You almost lost to Izumi. Shoto. She got lucky because she has 2 quirks. You have none Deku. You'll lose. 9. Whatever you say. By the way, how's your mother? Probably still in the mental hospital. Shoto. Keep my mom out of this. My mom. 9. Ice to meet you. Oh, wait, wrong line. Shoto couldn't control anymore. He grabbed 9 by the collar and put him on the wall. Shoto. Shut up. 9. Shoto, you're just a bitch boy with parent issues. Ice, you lose. Fire, you lose harder. Life ain't 50-50 bud. Besides, do you think your mother will be happy about you? Don't forget, when she didn't give you sweets, you pushed her on the stairs. Then the atmosphere became colder, indicating that Shoto started to use his ice. 9. Point to his face. Yeah. Right here. I would love to see you trying to deny that somehow I'm trapped in ice. And judging by how this is a hall and locker room for first years, you'll be caught red-handed. In just an interrogation with Detective Tsukauchi and boom. You'll be exposed. Not to mention by using your quirk to harm me will result in a war between America and Japan, and if that happens, I'll bet that everyone will toss you as bargain chip to save their skin. Shoto got silenced about this information. He didn't like this Deku. The old Deku will cower in fear and do nothing. But this Deku was different. More calculate, more precise. Shoto let go of 9. 9. You always talk about my father and mock me. But when I do it, you feel offended and angry. And yet, you want to be hero. What a joke. Shoto leave the locker room and slam the door. 9. They never change. Time skip thanks to Kurumi. It was time for the semi-finals. Shoto walked forward. He waited for Deku to finish him and put him in his place. After a few moments, 9 came with his shoes, gloves, visor and telescopic metal staff. Mike. Welcome to the semi-final of the sport festival. On the right we have the cold one of 1A. From Hero Course, Shoto Todoroki. Meanwhile, Endeavor was smirking at his son. Mike. vs. The ace of support course. From 1H, 9 Midoriya. Meanwhile, Ejiro. Deku is gonna lose this time. Shoka. He has no chance against my brother. Tenya. He'll regret that he humiliated me in front of everyone. Momo. I wouldn't be so sure. They looked at Momo. Kyoka. Why do you say that, Yaomomo? Izumi. 9 had lived with us for 10 years straight. He knows all of our weaknesses and how our quirks work. Momo. How did you think he defeated Katsumi? Look at Tenya asterisk or how he beat you so easily. Back to fight. Midnight. Are you ready? Both nodded. Midnight. Cracker whip asterisk begin. Shoto immediately launched an ice glacier at 9. 9 didn't even move. The ice glacier covered half of the arena. Everyone thought that 9 was trapped in ice. Shoto thought that's what you get, Deku. Then from behind. 9. Keep your eyes on the opponent, idiot. 9 appeared behind Shoto from a hole in the ground. His mechanical tails were turned into drills and this way, 9 could have dig through the ground and appear behind Shoto. Shoto turned, but he couldn't defend in time. 9 used his telescopic staff that now had an energy scythe blade and hit Shoto with it. Slash. Then 9 used his undamaged shoe to fly and land on one of the ice spike from the glacier. Midnight. Midoriya, you're. 9 cut her off. 9. Before you start speaking nonsense, take a look at the idiot. Midnight didn't know what he meant by that. She looked at Shoto and she was shocked. No cut, no blood, no injury. Shoto opened his ace check his body. He was fine. Shoto. Your stupid weapon didn't do anything, Deku. 9. Are you sure, Endeavor 2.0? Why don't you check? Shoto, angry at that nickname, tried to launch another ice glacier, but all he could do was an ice cube, the size of a marble. He tried again, but the same thing happened. Shoto also felt tired for no reason. Shoto. What did you do to my quirk, Deku? 9 then activated his microphone from his visor. 9. For those who wonder what my scythe did, I'll explain it to you. Raise his staff in the air. This is my creation. I called it, the Rejuvenator. On the body is harmless, but on the quirk is dangerous. Everyone wide their eyes when 9 said that. 9. Don't worry. It's not destroying the quirk, just reset it to the time your quirk manifest, 4 years old along with the training. And no. The effect is not permanent. Thought, although I wish. Loud, the effects will wear off in 30 minutes. All of the heroes wide their eyes in terror at that information. Their quirks. Reset. Mount Lady no longer being able to grow like she used to be. Kamui no longer being able to use this much branches. Endeavor no longer being able to use his fire. Meanwhile, 1A were shaking in terror. Deku build something that will make their quirks useless. At the teachers. PL, I never thought Thar his invention will work. Ectoplasm, you knew. PL, I only knew about the theory and blueprints of what 9 showed me. I never thought that this will actually work. Toshinori, we need to disqualify Midoriya for this. That weapon is too dangerous. PL, why is his invention dangerous? All he did was resetting Todoroki quirk back to the age of 4. Plus, 9 said that the effects only last 30 minutes. Nezu, Midoriya remains. As fit Endeavor. He was gritting his teeth in anger because his protege, his masterpiece, was rendered useless by a quirkless. Back to the fight. 9 was still sitting on the ice spike holding his rejuvenator. 9. Human biology is hyper-adaptive, but now 80% of the population has quirks and they rely on quirks way too much. My rejuvenator target the quirk, resetting it. You have the quirk of a 4-year-old, Shoto. And the same resistance, which mean you can barely make an ice cube or light a cigarette. 9 then put his telescopic staff back to his belt. 9. Crack his knuckles. Let's see how though you were without your quirk, Endeavor Jr. 9 then came down from the ice spike and deactivated his microphone. Shoto growled in anger. His quirk was no longer strong, no longer useful. And it's all because of Deku. He charged at 9 ready to punch him, but 9 was trained in martial arts and Tibetan monks' techniques. 9 easily dodged and delivered a strong punch to Shoto guts, making him spit. Then 9 used martial arts and delivered a kick to Shoto face, breaking his nose, sending him a few meters away. Shoto fall on his knees, one hand he hold his stomach and the other one was on his nose. His broken nose leaked blood. 9 then activated back his microphone and started to sing. Hey pal, hey friend, hey buddy. Why so sad, so downright unhappy? That's not my cup of tea. Shoto, angry, created an ice cube, the best he could in this situation, and rub on his nose to stop the bleeding. Then he charges again at 9, but unlike last time. 9 pulled his staff back and swing it, evading Shoto undisciplined attacks and hit Shoto in the right shoulder. Then 9 started to swing his staff and dance, mocking Shoto. You know that this could be your last day here on Earth, so buddy please. Won't you smile just for me? 9 showed his smile at Shoto. Shoto tried anything to land a hit on 9. 9 then split his staff in half and on each end, the taser feature activated. 9 jumped above Shoto and electrocuted him. Shoto. AAAAAAAAGGGGGHHHHH. His screams was heard across the stadium. Most of the ones present were covered their eyes at seeing such brutal fight. My dear, no, you don't have to cry. That ain't a pretty legacy to leave behind. Stop and smell the roses while you've got the time. Pretty soon you'll be pushing up daisies where the sun don't shine. Pretty soon I'll be pushing up daisies where the sun don't shine. 9 then put his staff back in one piece. You know I just gotta say that you might not have a lot of time to waste. So lose that long face. 9 approaches Shoto while smiling. None of us are here to stay. So treat every day like it's a holiday. Until the day you slip away. 9 charges at Shoto and begin to beat the shit out of Shoto. Kicks and staff hit. Shoto was turned from a powerhouse of 1A to 9 punching bag. 9 deactivated his microphone for a second. 9. How does it feel to be on the other side of the beating, Shoto? My dear, no, you don't have to cry. That ain't a pretty legacy to leave behind. Stop and smell the roses while you've got the time. Pretty soon you'll be pushing up daisies where the sun don't shine. Shoto could barely standing from all of the beating. He looked at 9 with a hated burning inside him and he couldn't do anything. Pretty soon you'll be pushing up daisies where the sun don't shine. Shoto, shut up. From Shoto's side, fire erupted and goes straight to 9. 9, seeing this, put a shield by creating a hexagon from his gloves. 9 thought I did reset his quirk, but the emotions are connected to the quirk and a baby emotions are unstable. When the fire was gone, Shoto collapsed and lost his consciousness. Then everyone looked at 9. Despite his shield protected him from the fire, he was still got. Luckily, only his uniform was damaged. His pants became shorts. And his jacket, along with his shirt were burned by half. Everyone paled when they saw 9's scarred body filled with different type of scars. Explosion scars, fire scars, frostbite scars, acid scars, fall scars, kick scars, electricity scars, etc. Despite his soldier serum, there were many scars still on his body. Midnight. Todoroki is knocked out. Winner is Midoriya. As for 1A, Izumi and Momo were shaking in fear. They recognized those scars because they're the ones who caused them. They gulped, scared that they might be exposed. Wrath. A strong man stands up for himself. A stronger man stands up for others. No one paw. Flashback. The moon hung low over the crumbling warehouse on City, its silvery light spilling through shattered windows and casting ominous of hardened criminals gathered around a table strewn with weapons and plans for their next heinous act. Their laughter echoed off the walls, a cacophony of malice that filled the air with an oppressive weight. In the darkened corners, unseen by the criminals, a figure crouched silently, steady and measured. He was the chemist, a name whispered in fear among those who operated outside the law. His reputation as an assassin precision and a chilling knowledge of poisons, but tonight, he had come not for contracts or payment for something far more sacred. In just a few minutes, the gang would be ready to execute their plan, a brutal attack on a local orphanage, where a safety and warmth. The chemist had intercepted their communications just in time, and now he felt the gravity of his mission weigh heavily. Vial from his belt, it was a concoction he had perfected, silent, lethal, and designed to leave no trace. As he moved into position, he could already tell the fear of the children's. This wasn't a job, this was justice, the poison taking fluid and man gasping on heavily, letting the silence sink in. After the chemist killed the criminals, he got ready to leave. It was then that he heard the soft sounds of footsteps behind him. Turning, he found himself face to face with a small group of children, their eyes wide with both fear and awe. They had wandered too close, drawn by the commotion before the warehouse. One brave girl, her pigtails swinging as she stepped forward, looked up at him and asked. Girl, you're one of those heroes, aren't you? For a moment, the chemist felt the weight of her words. In another life, perhaps he might have been a hero, a protector of the innocent, a guardian in a world filled with darkness. But Chosen led him away from that ideal. He turned his head back, looking at her before leaving. Chemist, not anymore, he replied softly, his voice a gravelly whisper weighed down by past choices. The innocence in her eyes cut deeper than any blade he wielded. Without waiting for a response, the chemist leave like he come. He glanced back once, seeing the children huddled together, their expressions a mixture of confusion and gratitude. His actions veil him of the sins he carried. As he stepped, a reminder of the slipped into the shadows, determined to remain a ghost, a specter of redemption, forever haunted by the label he'd willingly shed. The whispers of his new identity echoed in his mind, the chemist. An assassin, not a hero. Flashback end. Everyone was now focused on the battle of 9 versus Shoto. Shoto fainted for overusing his fire side while his quirk was reset. Shoto lost by losing his consciousness. But everyone was focused on 9. Most of his uniform was burned. Luckily, his shield protected mostly from his fire. Everyone could see his scars. Meanwhile, Katsuki was wide mouth open. He gulped. He saw the star form scars on 9. He knew those scars because it was from his quirk when he blasted him. Mina, shaking asterisk is that Deku. Izumi, yes. Even if we would have destroyed all of the proofs he has, there's 2 proofs we can't destroy. Shoka. Wait, Izumi. You knew. Why didn't you tell us? I could have tell my brother to not use his flames on Deku. Momo. Do you think 9 wouldn't do it anyway? What if he would have come without a shirt on? Plus, the second proof we can't destroy are his memories. Zero. But who'll believe Deku over All Might? Izumi. And you clearly didn't heard about Riku Sakamoto. Sato. Who's that? Momo. Fox Industries psychiatrist. Denki. What a psychiatrist going to do with us? Izumi. His quirk. It's called memory projector. Momo. He use his quirk to help patients. By touching his patients' heads, he can create projections of their memories. All of 1A gulped. If that psychiatrist uses his quirk on Deku, their past is gonna be revealed. And they can't do nothing to stop if it happens. If All Might will try to take that psychiatrist out, Deku can file a report about Japan not able to protect his employees and return to America, while America will cut relationships with Japan, resulting in Japan being vulnerable. Then Katsuki, out of anger, grabbed Momo by the collar and smashed her on the pillar. Katsuki. You fucking bitch. You knew it all along and you didn't tell us. Momo. And if I've told you, what you'll do? You're going to yell and throw explosions like every time. Katsuki then, in anger, slapped Momo. Everyone closed gasped at this. Soon, most of the eyes were closed on Katsuki and the rest of 1A. Random. Isn't that Katsuki Bakugo who just slapped Yaoyorozu? Random too. Does he have a death wish? Daring to lay a finger on the Yaoyorozu heir is signing your death warrant. Katsuki, angry and not liking people staring at him, he leave. Meanwhile, 9 was checked by 5 doctors from Fox Hospital. Then the door opened, revealing Dexter, who came running. 9. Dexter, what are you? He didn't had to finish because Dexter hugged 9. Dexter, please, don't do that again. I already lost DD. I can't stand to lose another friend. 9 hugged back. 9. It's okay, Dexter. I won't leave anytime soon. Blossom, Bubbles, Buttercup, Jenny, May and 1B came in a hurry. Dexter looked at the doctors. Dexter, how's 9? Dr. 1, he'll be fine. His shield protected him and only his uniform was burnt. Dr. 2, however, Master 9, you need to look better after yourself. After the festival is over, you'll take a few days off work. 9. But, Dr. 3, please, Master 9. Don't make us put you again in a straitjacket. And with that, the doctors leave. Everyone, except Dexter, looked at 9 with worries. 9. Confused what? Jenny, what did they mean by straitjacket? Dexter. 9 once worked for almost 4 days straight and didn't want to get to sleep. His doctors took him and put him in a straitjacket and tied him on the bed to make him go to sleep. 9. You traitor. Tetsu. That's though, buddy. But 9, why you never showed what happened to you? Dexter, because Japan is the perfect definition of ego feed up with a platinum spoon. Nowadays Japan only care about power. Although, I'm surprised 9. I never thought that I'll see your scars again. Itsuka, again. Narengeki, do you mean you saw them before, Dexter? Dexter, yes. Blossom, Dexter, why didn't you tell me or to anyone? Dexter, because 9 asked me to keep it secret. Jenny, I also knew. Bubbles, sad, why didn't you tell me, Jenny? Jenny, I have X-ray vision and saw through 9 clothes. And 9 also asked me to not tell anyone. Note, Jenny only saw 9 scars, not his third leg. Dr. 3, Master 9. You should be fine, but after this, you must take a break. No work at the company. 9. Sigh, fine. Dr. 5, and to make it sure, we'll come visit you every day. 9 sighed in defeat, approving the doctor's words. Soon, the doctors leave the room and 9 took another uniform with long sleeves for him and he leave together with Dexter, Blossom, Bubbles, Buttercup and Jenny, but he didn't walk long before because Eri run to him, jumped and hug him. Eri, crying Papa. All 5, Papa. 9, pat Eri back and hug her. It's okay Eri. I'm fine. Dexter, 9, I don't want to be rude. But, who's the little one? Blossom, and when does she called you, Papa? 9, Eri is my daughter. I adopted her after meeting her. Bubbles, how did you meet her? 9 looked at Dexter who nodded that this conversation shouldn't be spoken here. 9, I'll tell you later at my house. Now, Snowball, wipe her tears off. How about we go to grab some snacks? Eri, okay. Scene change. 1A, we're in the infirmary. Shoto just woke up. Shoka, how do you feel? Shoto, a little better. Denki, how's your quirk? Shoto tried his quirk, but all he can do are small ice cubes. Shoto, I can barely use my quirk because of Deku's stupid invention. Recovery girl said that in a couple of minutes my quirk will return to normal. Mina, who thought that Deku would created something like this? Momo, maybe it's because you underestimate him. They looked at Momo and Izumi. Kyoka, what do you mean, Yaomomo? Izumi, think, Kyoka, think. Katsumi underestimate 9 and she got her ass kicked. Tenya did the same and became Mr. 5 seconds of fighting time. Tenya, enough with that name. It's not funny. It's never been funny. It's never gonna be funny. Deku cheated. Izumi, sewer. It's not because he knows all of our weaknesses. Tell me this. You all accused 9 to be a villain, but would you really like that? Suyu, what do you mean, Izumi? Ribbit, Momo, the deal is saying that in exchange of his place at UA, 9 wouldn't tell anyone about OFA. Izumi, it says nothing about dad identity or wound. Or our house's location. Momo, if he would told anyone about that, All Might will be dead in sleep by that guy Tamura by coming at night when Izumi parents are sleeping and placed his hands on All Might while sleeping. 1A pales at this. They accused Deku of being a villain, but didn't think like this. If Deku was truly a villain, then villains would come at their houses and they'll be dead. Izumi, and another thing that 9 isn't a villain is because of what happened at the USJ. When me, Suyu and Mineta were on the boat in the flooded zone. Mineta, what has to do with Deku? Momo, 9 lived with us for 10 years. And the villains put Suyu in a place full of water. Do the math. Scene change. 9 was inside the teacher's room where they watched the festival and in the room was All Might, Endeavor, Detective Tsukauchi and Tanaka father. 9. Is there a problem to why I'm here? Naomasa, no problem. But I need to ask you some questions. 9. Okay. Naomasa, did you kill Tanaka Fumiko? 9. Number. Cancer did. I just didn't let her inside my hospital to get treatment. Mr. Fumiko, you filthy rat. 9. First of all, I'm a fox. Second, I don't think you should speak depending that Detective Tsukauchi is sitting in the same room as you. Mr. Fumiko quickly shut up. Naomasa, what do you mean? 9. Let's start too. Why didn't I let Tanaka inside my hospital? Naomasa, of course. Mr. Fumiko was sweating. 9. As soon as I was declared quirkless, all of my friends did a 180-degree change. They started to bully, frame and beat me. I could continue if you want. Naonasa, it's not necessary. I know you say the truth. But what do you mean framed? 9. Many girls from my previous school had copies of my locker key. I don't know how. Note. Momo created the copies. 9. But they used the keys to open my locker and put their bras and underwear inside my locker, and when I open the locker, their underwear and bras fall from it, and then they accused me of stealing them. Naomasa. It's true. Look at Mr. Fumiko. Mr. Fumiko, did you knew about this? Mr. Fumiko, of course not. 9. Bullshit. You knew all along, and when I told you, you put your gun at my head and said that you'll shoot me if I dare to say more lies about your daughter. Naomasa. True. Pull some cuffs. Mr. Fumiko, you're under arrest. Mr. Fumiko tried to oppose, but he couldn't. All Might and Inko would wanted to help Mr. Fumiko, but with all the teachers, except for Eraserhead and Present Mike, they couldn't do anything. Some police officers came and took Mr. Fumiko to jail. Naomasa. Now, 9. Are you the chemist? 9. Sternly calm number. Naomasa. True. But you know you create discrimination for many people by not letting some people inside your facilities. 9. Am I meant to care? Check those people and you'll find out that most of them are like Tanaka and many from my past. Naomasa. That doesn't mean you have to ban them from entering your facilities. What if one is like Tanaka? 9. And, Snipe. What do you mean, and? You'll let another person die because of a grudge. 9. Grudge. Have you seen my body? Lift up his sleeve. All of this are because of you. Because Japan lost its way. Tell me, Snipe, if would be in my place, what you'll do. Snipe. 9. That's what I thought. And this is another reason why villains are so many in Japan. 13. What do you mean? 9. Nowadays Japan judges everyone by powers. Having a powerful quirk, you're treated like a god. A normal quirk, a normal person. A weak quirk, treated like a slave. A villain quirk, treated like a villain. But if you're quirkless, then you're treated like a plague, a bug under someone's shoe. You see. 13. And you ask why villains are evil. Naomasa. Even though, you can't ban them from entering your facilities. 9. I know it's hard, but you have to forgive and move forward. 9. Sarcasm. Sure. I should forgive them and pretend like I don't have a body full of scars and they walk away from consequences. And by the way, I read some news saying that the chemist killed many. If he kill my past, he'll be doing me a favor. And you ask me to forgive them. If I was an idiot cinnamon roll who cry all the time, always smile and forgive everyone, then I will forgive my past. Meanwhile in canon, see canon. Deku, see, sneeze. Ochako, see, bless you Deku. Are you okay? Deku, see, I'm fine. I believe someone's talking about me. Back to our own universe. 9. But as you see, I'm not like that. And I'm not going to let people like them inside my facilities, and that's final. 9 then looked at them. 9. All of you think that quirkless people can't do anything. But I'll tell you this. Quirkless means destruction. Cementos. What do you mean? 9. I created something that reset a person quirk for 30 minutes. What if my past pushed me to the breaking point and decided to create rejuvenators for villains? Everyone. 9. That's what I thought. And if I was a villain and reset your quirks, I don't think you would still can fight me without quirks. Because to you, quirks is equally to breathing. Once your precious quirk is gone, you're nothing. Nezu. I have to disagree with you. 9. 9. Nezu, from one intellectual to another, you should see it clearly. But you're a bigger idiot than I thought. And everyone kept saying that you're the smartest person in the world when I surpassed you by a long shot. Ectoplasm. How can you be so sure that you're smarter than Nezu? 9. His IQ is coming from his quirk. I have pure genius. His quirk has a limit. My geniuses don't, because I learned it in time. He became smart thanks to a quirk. Face it, Nezu. You got dethroned. And 9 leave the office where every teacher was left stunned. Scene change. 9 and Dexter walked through the halls and speak about science stuff while Eri was with Blossom and the others to hang out. Then, Deku. 9, Dexter. Sai. Both 9 and Dexter turned and they saw 1A, except Izumi, Momo, Katsumi and Shoto. 9. Dexter, what are the chances of them bugging us every time? Dexter. Based on my analysis and the size of their brains, almost every time. 9. And you can't get wrong with analysis. Katsuki, don't ignore me. Both 9 and Dexter looked at Katsuki with a bored look. Dexter, honestly, how do you have enough energy to both yelling and being an idiot? 9, probably because his body doesn't use that brain. If he use it, he'll twice as smart as he's. Dexter, you realize that 2x0 equals 0, right? 9, true. Look at 1A, you always call the powerhouse and yet you lost many times. Tenya, you cheated in every fight. I demand that you get off the festival, you quirkless reject. Demon Kruger. 9. And yet this quirkless defeat you in 5 seconds with only its brain. Now taste defeat, Mr. 5 seconds of fighting time. Also, you call yourself fast when the Flash is faster than you. Tenya, I'm the fastest. 9. Takum. Dexter fall on his knees and hold his stomach from laughing. Dexter, that was so good. 9. But it's also truth. 9. I know. Look at Tenya, if you want me to get off the festival, do this dare for me. Tenya. Smirk, name it. 9. Point at the wall mirror, I dare you to touch the mirror before your own reflection does. Tenya. Prepare to lower, Deku. Recipro burst. He charged his quirk and run towards the mirror, more specifically to the wall, and he runs straight into the wall and the mirror broke, some pieces pierces him, making him scream in pain. 9. I don't know what's more ridiculous. You generally thinking you can pull it off. Or we for watching you trying. Dexter. I believe it's both. 9. Agreed. Mina. That's not fair. You tricked him. 9. Don't blame me for him being an idiot and not realizing. Ejiro hardened his fist and charges at 9. Ejiro. You damn Deku. But his fist was caught by someone who was wearing a tight blue suit with a red S on his chest, red boots and a red cape. Superman. It's not nice for heroes in training to attack a fellow colleague. 1A. Superman. Ejiro. What gives, Superman? You protect a villain. Superman. Really? All I see are you trying to attack 9 Midoriya and his friend Dexter. If I remember correctly, using a quirk without a license is illegal, unless it's for self-defense. And you were using your quirks to try to attack someone. I could tell your teachers and the authorities and have you in jail. Ejiro. TCH. Ejiro free his hand from Superman and leave, along with the rest of 1A. Dexter. Thanks Superman. 9. Even though we could handle ourselves. Superman. No problem. Look at 9, we, Legionnaires need to stick together. Future flashback. 9 is fighting along the Legion of Superheroes against the Fatal 5 in the future. Emerald Empress. Turok. Validus. Persuader. Mono. 9 was having problems with Turok. Half machine and armed to the teeth. Clark run away and the other members were caught in Emerald Empress. 9 fired his lasers from his tails at Turok, making him jump back, avoiding the lasers. Then 9 used his magnetic gloves to grab a light pillar and hit Turok. Turok. Get up clever fox boy. But it won't be enough. 9. Get in fighting position asterisk the name's 9. With Saturn Girl. She couldn't be controlled by Emerald Empress because she was having a strong mind. Strong mind, but your body's weak. And when that goes, it's lights out. Permanently. Her eyes shoot Saturn Girl. Then, crash. Clark came crashing, wearing the Superman suit aka his suit from the future. Clark. Cough, let them go Empress. Love the cape, look at 9 and you fox boy. Very 21th century. Clark. Last chance. Last chance. You're braver than you look. But I'm afraid you're too late. Teach him some manners guys. Turok jumped away from 9 and shoot at Clark, but it had no effect on him. Clark. Groaning. Persuader jumped and attacked with his axe at Clark. Clark emerges from the debris. Clark. Mono grabbed and blasted him. 9 got ready to intervene, but Validus got in his way. 9. Get out of my way, giant idiot. Clark. Oh. Grunting. Turok get back to fight 9 while Validus stomped on Clark. Mono grabbed Clark by the face. Emerald Empress used her eye to control Clark, but still fighting back. Meanwhile, Saturn Girl woke up and saw both 9 and Clark fighting, then she uses her powers to wake her friends from Emerald Empress control. SG, look at Clark and 9. If they're not going to give up, we can't, either. You have to fight it. Everyone got free from Emerald Empress control. Now play nice. and look into the eye. After I'm done with you, your fox friend is next. Clark, if that's what you really want, grunt and shoot his heat vision at the eye. The eye became red and overheating. Clark, intensify heat vision. The Fatal Five got down, but still getting up. Brainy, hey, they're getting back up. Lightning Lad LL. Bouncing Boy, BB. Phantom Girl, PG. Triplicate Girl, TG. LL, light his lighting eye up, then let's go put him down for good. They got up in charges at the Fatal Five. Lightning Lad hit Mono. Mono. Bouncing Boy and Triplicate Girl hit Persuader. Persuader. Oof. Brainy got between 9 and Turok. Brainy, do you mind if I join? 9. Nope. Let's go. Brainy grow big and got his weapons ready, and 9 got his tails to fire lasers ready. Turok grunts and run away. Bouncing Boy slam Persuader on a wall. Persuader. Oh. He fall down, and when he looked, he saw Triplicate Girl sticking her tongue at him. Persuader. Roaring. He tried to slash with his axe, but she split in 3, missing her. Phantom Girl phased through him and took his axe. Triplicate Girl then split and kick him, knocking him out. Validus. Roar. SG, use her power, help my friends. Lightning Lad was fighting with Mono, and Validus saw. Mono, groaning gets picked up by Validus and then being thrown. Clark was fighting with Emerald Empress and had the advantage. Clark, grunting. Emerald Empress intensify the power of the eye, making Clark having problems. LL, hit her with your freezing breath. Clark, my what? LL, think cold and blow. Clark fly in the air and blow at Emerald Empress, freezing her in the eye. Clark caught her before she fall. Mono was captured by Validus being controlled by Saturn Girl. Persuader was captured by Triplicate Girl and Phantom Girl. Turok was captured by 9 and Brainy. Emerald Empress seeing this, she used her powers, still being frozen, to teleport away. 9. Teleportation, Clark, hey, where'd they go? Brainy, teleported. They could be anywhere in the galaxy at this point, but I think they got the message. Scene change. LL, I knew you two could do it. Everyone looked at him, well, maybe not at first. 9. You're not the only one. Clark, do you guys always have this much fun? PG, pretty much. Brainy, I guess we'll take you two home and your timeline now. Clark, hold on a second. You said you can take me back to the same moment I left, right? 9. And even in the past. Brainy nodded. Clark, you know, I didn't really get a chance to see New Metropolis. SG, and you didn't really get a chance to try out all your powers. PG, look at 9, and you two didn't had a chance to use your skills. Clark, maybe I should stay a little while longer. 9. I agree as well. Brainy, came with 2 boxes, well, as long as you're here, you'll be needing these. Open up the boxes, revealing 2 rings and 2 belts. Both 9 and Clark put their belts and rings on. PG, alright, Clark and 9. BB, yeah, congratulations, Clark and 9. LL, you know, Clark and 9 just doesn't cut it as superhero names. If you two are going to be on the team, you're going to need a new handle, just like the rest of us. Clark, I already have one. 9, me too. LL, you do. Superman, everyone. Whoa, 9 then was put in front of many screens with the rest of the Legionnaires and raised his right hand. 9, to the Legion of Superheroes. I make this solemn pledge to use my abilities and knowledge for good. To fight for justice and protect the innocents. To aid my fellow Legionnaires in times of peril and to keep their secret safe. I choose a new name to honor the heroes of the past. I am Techno Fox. Scene change. Everyone was flying through the sky, some using their rings, some their powers. 9 was flying by combining his tails, shoes and rings. Superman was having problems with flying. Superman, grunting turbulence. Brainy, try it like this, strike a pose. Superman, strike the same pose, hey, I like it. Superman fly in front of them. LL, dude, that's my spot. Future flashback end. Time skip thanks to Kurumi. Katsuki made the same proposal as in Rick's 999 story, Innovator, and All Might accepted. 9 came without any gear for this fight because he find his inventions broken beyond repairing and he had left are his metal tails. Now 9 pulled from his pocket a cigarette and lighted using the torch from one of his tails and took a smoke. Meanwhile, Blossom. I didn't know he was smoking. Dexter. 9 never smoked. I believe it has something to do with what'll happen now. 9 took a smoke and started to sing. 9. I have wasted time, I have seen my use. I have packaged and sold. Every part of me. Suffered a lifetime of abuse. Many were worried by 9 after hearing about his abusive life. 9. I have lost myself. I have worshipped at your feet, look at All Might. And here I am standing. On top of the world. With a mutt to defeat. Katsuki growl in anger at that remark. 9. I've played the game, I've won it all. They've screamed my name. They bought my merch. I've seized the day. Now I've got one thing left to say I. 9 then fired the fireworks from his metal tails. 9. Fuck you. Her my 2 minutes notice, fuck you. Time to quit and smell the roses. Say goodbye. While I look you in the eye. And say, fuck you. 9 looked at All Might while he said that. 9. I have taken shit. Ooh. Been crushed under your heel. Ooh. I have suffered for profit. And suckered for fame. Ooh. Made a fortune you want to steal. 9 then looked at All Might. 9. I've had enough, I've hit the wall. I'm tired of taking your calls. It ends today, now there's just one last thing to say I. 9. Fuck you. I wish I'd said it sooner, fuck you. Cut you off, just like a tumor. Hope you die, kiss my ass goodbye. You cuck, fuck you. 9 looked at the crowd. 9 sad face, have you ever felt sick? And tired of doing the same shit? Every day with your anger brewin'. Eden, shit for heroes. That you're sick of obeyin'. If you ever felt the same. Let me hear ya say it. Everyone, -1 9. Did you really think I was gonna stay? Spending life bent over. With your fist in my slander me. Say I'll never work in this town. If I stick around. I'll be 6 more feet under the ground. Katsuki smirk at the remark of 6 feet underground. 9. Fuck you. Whoa. Here's my 2 minutes notice, fuck you. Suck it, greedy bastard. You're a fucking ass clown. Time to quit and smell the roses. Say goodbye, too late to apologize. So this is it. All Might, you sad sack of shit. Fuck you. Everyone wide their eyes in shock at what 9 said to All Might. All Might was hiding his anger and kept his smile on, but inside, he was boiling with anger. Katsuki wasn't any better. The same could be said about 1A, except for Izumi and Momo. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You bitch. Yeah. 9 finished the song and looked at All Might and smiled. 9. I hate you All Might and I hope you rot in hell. And by the way, Batman is a better hero than you'll ever be. Midnight. Cough asterisk that was something, Midoriya. Now, are you ready for fight? Both nodded. Midnight. Begin. Katsuki immediately propelled himself with his explosions and ready to blow 9 head. Katsuki. Take this Deku. But 9 easily evaded like reading Katsuki moves. 3 of his metal tails wrapped around 9 fist, acting like brass knuckles and punched Katsuki in the face, sending him a few meters away. Katsuki regained his footing and spit some blood. 9. For you mutt, it's the final countdown to your downfall. And this is part 8 of this what if. I hope you guys like it. Do not forget to leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel.